I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and welcome to Dark Matters. Today on Dark Matters, we're going to discuss Firestorm, which is the most popular third-party client viewer for Second Life. Second Life comes with a standard viewer, or a default viewer, whatever you want to call it, that they put out themselves, but other people are allowed to put out third-party viewers which have different features to them. And we'll go over some of those features on Firestorm. It's all a matter of preference. An interesting thing in the latest version of Firestorm, which we have right here, it's 4.4. If you look down here in the bottom right corner, it says select mode, and you have Firestorm, you have Phoenix, Viewer 3, and Hybrid. We're going to go with the Firestorm mode. Phoenix was the previous version of Firestorm that kind of rebranded it. So you can go back to the old Phoenix interface, which is based more on the original version 1 Second Life viewer, or you can go to Viewer 3, which is the current viewer of Second Life, and so the interface is kind of more like that interface, and then they have a hybrid one, which I guess is a combination of them. I just stick with the Firestorm one because one reason you go with another viewer is their interface and also some of the features that they have. So let's take a look at some of the features. This is version 4.4 of the Firestorm client, which is the latest version as of the making of this video. Just a little bit of background. Second Life has their own official client. And official client version 1, everybody really liked, but some people used third-party viewers because they would add a few extra features to them. Then Second Life moved to version 2 of their official client, and most people did not like that interface, and they found it difficult to make the transition from version 1 to version 2. So in version 3 of the official client, they yet again changed the interface, and it's much better. In fact, it's similar to the Firestorm interface in many ways. The advantage to Firestorm is there are some things that they kept and integrated from version 1 that aren't in version 3 that were really nice and people liked, and they've added a few features of their own. The official Second Life client seems to have integrated in version 3 some of the stuff that was developed in Firestorm and other viewers, and I guess they got those ideas not only from the clients themselves, but they probably asked the users, and the users started to get used to some of those features from other clients. So they've started to integrate some of those features. Alright, so the first thing is if we go to our little people menu thing here, we have a thing that has like nearby, friends, groups, and recent. That's similar in the current version of the official client, but that's similar to the current version in the official client, but the Firestorm version has a few extra things in it, including how far the avatar is from you, how long you've seen it in range, and the age of the avatar, all right up in there. So that's a nice feature that's added to Firestorm. Another nice feature of Firestorm is if you look at their search form. Now, this web search right here is the current version 3 search form in the official client. But when you click on these other tabs, these have been integrated from the original search from the first version of the client. And people really like that version of the search better than the web search, or at least some people do. And I really like it better myself. And so you can do a search. In this case, we'll look for dark energies, which is our kind of alt that we use for demonstrations, and he doesn't have a really exciting profile because We just use them for demonstrations. We can bring his profile up by clicking on that, though. So you have tabs to search for groups and places. These are all like version 1. If you're not familiar with version 1, you can go on here and look at the difference between the web search and these other searches, but it's an alternative search format, which is very nice. Another nice thing is if you go up here under World, there is a teleport history. Now there's a teleport history in the current version 3 client, but it is not as it's not as detailed, I do not think. And this goes back like things beyond a month, and it will tell you yesterday and the day before where you were, which is really nice. So it has a nicer history of teleports in it. And then another thing that it has, which is very nice, is under World as well. There's photo video. There are tools here. One's called Photo Tools and one's called Camera Tools. In Photo Tools, you can kind of set the lighting and stuff that you want very easily in it. And it's for people who do films in Second Life. It's supposed to help them out. But the one that's very interesting here is Camera Tools, and I'll give you a quick demonstration of this. What Camera Tools does is it helps you kind of pan and do shots very smoothly. And I'm going to just show you one thing that it does because it's pretty complex, and it's more complex than we want to go to in a short video about Firestorm. If we pull this up like this, for instance, this is where we're zooming out. See how smoothly that zooms out? And so it looks like a professional camera shot, like a crane shot going out. If we pull it back up again, it's going to zoom us back into where we were before. So that's very nice, and it's mainly developed for people who do videos in Second Life. So it's a tool you may want to mess around with if you do videos. Alright, so that is some of the highlights of Firestorm. It's a very nice client. It's the most popular third-party client for Second Life. It's the one that I like to use myself. And so you may want to try it out if you haven't tried it out. I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and this has been Dark Matters, and whatever you do, enjoy playing Second Life.